What is a big old deal, man? What is a big old deal? Yes, sir. We are back. We are back. Now, a couple of y'all in the comments on one of my last videos, when I was talking about the reasons why not to move to California. Now, that video is only for the people who, are not in a well-off position, because it is expensive to live out here. It's expensive to live out here. Now, I don't know if y'all can really hear me like that, so I'm gonna probably move around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to stop and talk to y'all. Somebody asked in the comments, they wanted me to go more into depth about the pros and the cons of living in California as a California native, from California, SoCal to be exact. You know what I'm saying? I've been living here all my life, so I kind of got an understanding of, what's what, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're gonna start off, so first of all, we're gonna start with the cons. I'm gonna give y'all the good, I'm gonna give y'all the bad, and then I'll give you the good after. So, first thing first, if you come to California, hold on one second. If you come to California, right? Hold on. If you come to California, you best have a car, transportation. You're gonna need that for sure, because it's so spaced out. So that's one of the things for sure. That's not neither a pro or a con. Now, it's a con if you don't have one, you're gonna want to get one. You're gonna need transportation because everything is so spaced out. Another thing, you're gonna be dealing with a lot of traffic. It's very, 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 very much traffic. Hold on, man. Damn, I'm trying to look at something. My bad. Yeah, but it's a lot of traffic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of tourist overload. Things of that such. And yeah, you're gonna be dealing with traffic a lot, especially if because the 10 freeway, it gets jam-packed. The 91 freeway, so that's towards Riverside area. It goes through Riverside, and you can take that freeway all the way to LA. But the 91 freeway, that mug is always jam-packed because people take that freeway to go back and forth to LA and to the IE. Now, the 10 freeway, that's always jam-packed. And if you live in LA, the traffic is even worse. The traffic is horrible in LA. Horrible. It's yeah. And if you don't got patience, yes, it'll do something to you. There's a lot of road rage because of the traffic, because it's so overcrowded on the streets and on the freeways. There's a lot of road rage. A lot of accidents happen because people get impatient and people be driving wild on these highways and these freeways. So it's a lot of accidents that happen all the time. So you're gonna run into a lot of traffic, which means, depending on how far your job is, that's just gonna be extra time. More, that's gonna be the earlier you have to get up, less sleep that you get, because obviously you want to be on time for work. So, but you have to also keep in mind traffic. I should have grabbed my little mic so y'all could probably hear me better, because I know these cars is probably loud. I'm gonna move around in a little bit though, but traffic is one of them. So if you don't like traffic, or you can't deal with that, I would highly suggest don't move to California, because you're gonna see that all day. What else? Damn, it feels good outside though. You know what I'm saying? Be expecting, because in California the crime rate is so crazy. Not in every area though. It's not every area, but it's in a lot of areas. The crime rate is out of control. You got a lot of break-ins. Well, as of lately, it's been a lot of break-ins, like car break-ins and robberies, house robberies and stuff like that, and also just robbing people on the street. If you got jewelry, or you got don't be flashy, because it gets crazy. You will get robbed, especially going to LA, trying to rock chains and all fancy jewelry. that will get taken so fast. Somebody will get you for that. In broad daylight, it don't matter. Nighttime. So that's another thing. Like it's people are constantly like getting robbed out here. You know, as of lately, especially after the pandemic, the crime rate then just skyrocketed because it's because that it's overcrowded. You know, that means less jobs. You know what I mean? Because everybody is taking all the jobs. You got not only you have immigrants that are coming out here, not only do you have people from other states that just want to move away and come see what see what California feel like, the California life is like. So what that means, it's overcrowded. It's a lot of people out here. From the time from 10 years ago till now, I would say it's even worse now. So that means less jobs. And I'm not saying that it's no way you can get a job. There's jobs, but all the good jobs, most of them are taken. You'll end up with a crappy job like working at McDonald's or Taco Bell or something like that, like low income, not low income, but like what is it called? The minimum wage is not enough to just, one job is not gonna cut it, you know? So there's a lack of job opportunities, especially if you live in the IE. We're gonna move around a little bit, man, because that's getting on my nerve low key. Especially if you live, hold on, I gotta fix my thing. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Especially if you live in the IE, like on the outskirts of LA, right? In the valley areas and stuff like that. The job thing, the best you're gonna get is probably a warehouse job, where you also gonna be working 10 to 12 hours a day, 16 hours, like depending on the season. If it's a busy season, you're gonna be working hella hours, which means less time to explore, less time to do things that you really want to do, less time to go see the attractions and everything like that. Yeah, because you're gonna be working so much. And being that rent is so high, rent is skyrocket high right now. I ain't gonna say everywhere. You got a few places that are exceptional that you could probably wiggle, you know what I mean? But and a lot of times it's based off of who you know. So you gotta be connected, you gotta know the right people, and you could find somewhere. I'm not saying that it's impossible to find somewhere, but you're gonna have a hard time. Because the housing situation, especially apartments, buildings, it's a lot of wait lists, a lot of people on the wait list that are still waiting. Then plus you got the people on the Section 8 people that's on the wait list, and then the regular people that can afford or that don't have Section 8, they also on the wait list. So it's like it's hard to just, it ain't that easy to just find a spot, unless you don't mind paying an arm and a leg, you know. And personally, even people I know that are well off, that have nice careers and make good money, even they complain about it, you know. Even they contemplating on leaving California just because it just don't make sense. The housing crisis, you know, if you want to get you a home out here, bro, the housing in California is like a home, not apartment. Homes is hella expensive, especially because they're going up on everything. They're going up on the market. The market is trash right now. Everything is over, like bruh, like homes is going for way too much, and I'm talking about like regular looking homes, not that, you know, not no newly built homes. Like those is like in the millions, especially if you go to LA. It's really starting to skyrocket because of all the gentrification, all the new stadiums and attractions they building out there. Like they slowly but surely moving out all they kind of get rid of the low income. Lower class, they trying to get rid of them. No, middle class. They trying to get rid of the middle class So it can only just be rich and poor. And the poor, I mean, shit, they gonna be forced to move out. A lot of them are already moving out of LA and California in general, going to AZ, going to Texas, going to like other states where it might be better. I can't really speak on those places because I'm not from there, so I don't know what's going on. Another thing, the gun laws are trash. The gun laws in California are trash. This is where you don't. It's very riding their bikes and shit. It's very difficult when it comes to like concealed carry and all that type of stuff. And also like, yeah, the gun laws. Just do your research. The gun laws in California are hella strict, and it's trash. This is not where this ain't the place. You do want to be blickied up though. You want to have that thing on you because you will get robbed, and it be the people that don't think it can happen to them, and it happens, bro. Trust me. You could be next. You could be a victim. You gotta another kind. Watching out. Parking. Parking is a bitch. Excuse my language. Parking is hell. It's so hard to find parking in certain areas, and that's just in the city-like areas. In the city, it's very difficult. There's almost no parking. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta fight. You gotta squabble up. Like K-Dot say, you gotta squabble up just to get you some parking around this bit. Now, if you live on the outskirts, like the Inland Empire, that's like more of like the valley area, not San Fernando Valley, but the valley. It's like 20 more. Consider the valley like San Bernardino, Ontario, Rancho, Corona, all them type of places, right? Riverside, Fontana, like those areas. Even in some of those areas, the parking is still trash because a lot of the times, parking patrol, they go around giving tickets, like just for just it's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. The parking is and then because also it's overcrowded, so it's harder to get parking. Like, you really gotta like fight for parking. That's another thing. And if you can't find free parking, you best believe you're gonna be paying a pretty penny for some parking. So if you're going downtown and all that type of stuff, or you paying, like, you're gonna be paying for parking. Put it like that. You paying for parking. That's a given. Now, given there is some areas where it's not as crowded, you can find parking. Like where I live at, it's cool parking. You know, I'm out here in Palm Springs. It's cool parking out here. It's actually, but it's expensive as hell out here too. And you wouldn't think it would be a little cheaper, but yeah, rent out everything been going up out here. You know, what else could I say? Traffic, housing, the weather. Now, the natural disaster. So if you're scared, so we don't have, California don't really have like tornadoes and all that type of stuff. We do have earthquakes though. We have earthquakes. A lot. They don't really, but it's not that bad. It ain't that scary. So you don't really got nothing to worry about. But they keep in mind though, they have been talking about there is gonna be one big earthquake that's gonna hit in California. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What else? We get rain in California. We get rain. But it ain't like, it's not like other places like where it rains a lot. Like, we get like a even amount of rain, but like in the past few years, it's been a drought. Like, the water, it's been a drought. Like right now, the Palisades in LA is on fire right now. It's a big ass wildfire. We have a lot of wildfires, so so you gotta be careful where you buy your home at, because summertime, it gets very, very hot. Very hot. It gets smoking hot. So if you're not prepared for that, you're not ready for that heat, California is not for you. It gets hot. Hot as hell. And then usually in the summertime, there's a lot of fires that happen because of the water, because it's not rain. I mean, because there's no rain. You know, especially if you live closer out to the desert areas and all that stuff. So be prepared for like wildfires. And if you got a home, you own a home, be careful about where you buy your home, because a lot of times when we have fires or wildfires break out, it's always the wind makes it even worse. It's like the wind and we have strong winds, put it like that. We get very strong winds and big wildfires. So be prepared for that. So if you can't, so if that's not for you, that's another reason why you don't want to come. What else? What else? Another natural disaster we have? I could say, yeah, besides the earthquakes, drought, you know, not getting enough water, you know, the homelessness in California is ridiculous, bro. And it's only been growing. It's gotten worse. If you go down to LA right now, you'll see what I'm talking about. You go to San Bernardino. Well, it's always been like that in San Bernardino, but well, not always, but yeah, as of recent years, yes. Fontana, like just all over California, the homelessness rate is going up, and it's a lot. It's out of pocket. It's out of pocket. We almost got to squabble up with the government, man, because it's sad. It's sad out here, man. So you will run into a lot of that, especially if you live in the inner city areas. You especially are gonna run into a lot of homelessness. You know, yeah, and it's a lot of homelessness in urban areas. So you know, if you can't deal with that, you know, California is not the place for you. You know what I'm saying? The air pollution. There's a lot of air pollution in California, man. Now out here, I would say the closer you are to the city, the worse the pollution is. But it's pollution all over California though. But I say the worst. It gets worse as the closer you get to the city-like areas, to the inner city. So you got to be aware of that. So if you're a person, you know, with you know, respiratory issues, you want to be mindful of that as well. You know, because it can get bad. It can get bad for you. Oh man, what you call it? The education, college tuition, expensive. It's expensive. You know, it's almost like, you know, it's hella expensive. Now they do have some of the most prestigious schools though. So the schools are good, the colleges are good, but just be ready to be paying a pretty penny and be in debt once you graduate. And I know that for a fact, because I have relatives and stuff like that went to college that kind of like schooled me on that and everything and explained to me how it all works. So yeah. What else, man? So those are just a few of. Oh, and the last thing too, like the seasons. Like we mostly get sun. So, oh shit. We mostly get sun. But that's not really like a bad thing. So now we can move on to like all the pros, man. So first of all, California is the tech hub. If you into tech, this is where you want to be. If you into tech, you want to come to California. You know, it's a diverse geography. So you got beaches, you got mountains. Look, we got mountains right in the back of me. You know what I'm saying? Mountains right in back of me. That's actually well, Bob Hope lives up there. Like in back of me up there, it's like on the hill. Y'all can't really see it, but if I had a drone, I'll show y'all. But Bob Hope lives up there though. But yeah, it's a lot of mountains, snow, beaches, what you call it? You got deserts, forest type areas. you know, if you like the forest, or if you like to go camping and things of that sort, you like to go to the mountains, go skiing, snowboarding, and all that, those type of activities, then yeah, that's one of the pros of living in California. So you get, you know, a little taste of all seasons. You get a little taste of the sun, get a little taste of the rain, you know, the cloudy days, the windy days, the cool breeze days. What else? Hold on, let me change. I gotta switch my hand. The cool breeze days, you know what I'm saying? The snow, the days when it snow. What you call it? It's a lot of outdoor activities: skiing, snowboarding, skating, skate parks, gyms. They got outdoor gyms, you know, especially on Venice Beach. Oh yeah, Venice Beach, if you like, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on up there. It's always like type of events going on up there. But it's a lot of homelessness too, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be very, very careful. What else we got? A lot of entertainment. So if you know how to have fun, that's the place for you. And what you call it? The job market. So I know I said a lot of the jobs are like taken up or whatever. But if you're into tech, there's a high market for that. There's a high demand for people of tech. So if you're into tech, then California will be a place for you. It'll be a place where you can flourish. You know what I'm saying? If you're you know, getting into a tech career, then California is for you. You know, a lot of cultural landmarks out here, so you can go sightseeing. A lot of places you can go sightsee. It's diverse cultures out here. You got all type of cultures: Hispanic, Black, Jamaican, Haitian, white, Asian, you name it. Tongan, damn, there's a melting pot in California. A melting pot. Depending on which part of California, because you know California has two parts. You got North Cal, and then you have Southern Cal. I'm in Southern Cal, but you also got North Cal. Now, if you go up there, just be prepared for your car could possibly get broken, because that's a thing out there. It's called bipping. You know, yeah, a lot of cars get broke into, so you don't want to leave anything valuable in your car. You know what I'm saying? It's the wine country, so if you're into like things like wine and all the little fancy stuff, you want to go on like horseback riding. They have farms and all type of stuff. Matter of fact, there's like a low-key horse stable right by where I live. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, it's a lot of different good activities. You can go skating rinks, you know, the clubs, jump. If you like the club or go to the bars, yes, you'll love it. The pros, that's one of the pros. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a good time, yes, you will have a good time out here. The clubs, you're gonna see celebrities. You're more than likely to run into a celebrity if you're in California, especially if you're in LA area or the Valley or San Fernando Valley area. You're more than likely to run into celebrities, so that's a pro too, I guess, because you can network. So if you need a network, you got a certain type of business, you got a business that you own or whatever, and you looking to network and market and all those type of things, California is the place for you. You know, to get your start. It's a good place to network. It's a good place to meet new people. Just be aware of the people, because sometimes they could be hella rude and standoffish. And yeah, so that's one thing you want to look out for. You know what I'm saying? But it's a great place for networking, going to diverse cities. What else? Progressive lifestyle. What else? Yeah, like, so those, just to be exact, those are a few pros and cons, just to give y'all a little quick update. You know, shout out to y'all that been tapping in, man. And yeah, man, I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one. I'm gone.